Greetings, viewers all over the world. Welcome to Awake. Uh, Today, we are going to talk about religion and spirituality. So, the title is How to Shift from Religious Dependence to Spiritual Sovereignty, or How to Shift from Religion to Spiritual Sovereignty. That's my purpose here, to move us from religious dependence to a place of spiritual sovereignty where you are in charge. Okay? So before we go to our topic of discussion for today, I want to send out our condolences to the bereaved families in Coimbamenda. You know, each time incidents like that happen, it always take us back to this revolution, why we are fighting for a free Amazonia, because we have all the specialists who and the skillful people who can do a better job. So it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It is really sad for what has befallen Amazonia. And all we can do is to put our heads together to get out of this unholy union, to get ourselves out of La Republique, to detach completely and be independent and sovereign on our own, how we can control and rule our country by ourselves. There is no human being on the face of the earth that claims to have all the powers to do everything for others, to impose their narrative. Each one of us has that divine awareness in us. We have those potentials in us. But it is sad that some people will just go out there to suppress and subjugate others to be under their control. And we of Amazonia, we say no. We've had enough. So these teachings here, it is one of many programs that run on this our TV, so people can learn to free themselves, not only politically, religiously, all of those, they are instruments of mental slavery. So we need to get ourselves out of that. The mind is a world of knowledge. So much is in us that if we can just get out of this unholy union with La Republique and just be the best of who we are, you'll be amazed to see the talents, the great innovations that are going to come out from Amazonia. Because the mind needs to be calm. The mind needs, free fractions. The mind needs to align with that God within to produce all the amazing things that the world has not seen. And that's what these people, they understand, these people. They understand this concept, and that's why they are doing everything more than all people, so they cannot pay attention to that voice. But we here on this platform, and we have said enough is enough. We, for other people's control anymore. Not. So, with all the things that are happening in Amazonia, we are calling Amazonia to stand up and defend your country. Stop and fight country to gain your sovereignty. It is very important for you forever remain to us. So here is what I'm going to talk today. How to shift our religions depend to spiritual sovereignty. I don't know why the image is so foggy like that. What is going on? Studio 2, can you hear me? Sorry viewers, I don't know, my image is really not the best. You can hear this. That is important. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you can share to our platform. Thank you. So, it is yes. So, it's a time shift. People are waking up across the globe. They are waking up to discover the truth about religion. What was presented to us, it was not the complete truth. So people are waking up. You need to do your own research and rise of religion. Religion is just one of the systems that are there to control humanity. And you see with things that are on around the world today, they always use religion to justify it, to justify their evil actions. And so, where are those religious leaders to show that this is not right? They are nowhere to be found. So you see, it is all mental programming. It's all a system for them to leverage whatever they are doing to continue to humanity on control. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, welcome back, viewers all over the world. Today's topic is titled How to Shift from Religion to Spiritual Sovereignty. Yes, how to shift from religion to spiritual sovereignty. As we there on the screen, the paradigm shift from external obedience to internal sovereignty. Thank you. From external obedience to internal sovereignty. So we're going to the difference or the differences between religion and spirituality. Because in my book, uh, Connect with God, Awakening the Divine Consciousness Within, by Judith Elondo. If you can look at, I want to thank those who have purchased their copies. Um, just do me the favor when you're in, go back to Amazon and do write a review. Yes, for those who I sent the flip book. Yes, you have seen my work and well edited by my editor. Um, so get your copy and let's go, because it starts with one person for change to happen, just like the Amazonian revolution. It started with the teachers, the lawyers over there at the home front. So that gained momentum, and the diaspora picked it up, and here we are until freedom comes. Nobody is backing down. Okay, that is just the same thing with spirituality. Spirituality evolves from truth. It goes to conscience, it goes to righteousness, and it goes to justice. So those are all foundation of spirituality. And I want to focus today on the differences between religion and spirituality, so it can help those who are still, you know, um, still trying to become more religious than spirituality or spiritual, for them to evolve. Religion just kind of hold you back. It holds you back from you, you know, experiencing this abundance, experiencing this inner potential, because there is so much until you get to the spirituality. That's how you're going to experience the hidden, um, the hidden knowledge in you. Everything is in us, people. There is nothing outside you. There is no God outside you. That's what I'm saying. And people, because religion that, this God in the Bible, or whether the Allah in your Quran, all of those things, they really get in those stories that they told you. Stories are allegories. They have spiritual meaning. The scriptures are also the metaphors. You need to go deeper to find the true meaning and have a clear understanding for you to evolve. But since the way they have structured religion, they have their institutions, they have their teachers. You go to those seminaries or all of those places, those institutions that you're going to study, and they give you the curriculum, you study it, and then you go out there and use the same teaching, and it's just a repetition that is causing people to not evolve. They cannot see clearly. They cannot tell right from wrong. And that's why we see today the religious leaders, they are all mute. They are all mute because they cannot go out of what they were taught in their seminary or cemetery. Huh? Pardon me if I say cemetery. There, it's just a of people go there and then they die spiritually. You are not awakened, you know. So that was programmed for them to go there. They got the teaching and then come out and continue that same thing. You see, from generation to generation, people are trapped in religion. How do we get out of there? That is my purpose here. When you get out of religion, you don't need religion anymore because you're an independent thinker. You're an independent thinker. You are sovereign in your decisions, in everything that you want to do. You know right from wrong. Nobody can instruct you or your allies telling you, oh, you have to do this. If you don't do this, we're going to sanction you. All of that. No, when a sovereign people know their right, nobody can impose anything on them. So, what was the purpose of religion? Religion was intended to hold the masses, to hold back the masses. Because when I tried to Google up the meaning of religion, and to my amazement, I found the meaning, the pre mean back, and the suffix legion means what? Numerous. So holding back, they want to hold back, is intended to hold back the masses. Religion. So you have to really fight your way out of religion, like what we are doing in Amazonia, to come out of these experiments that the United Nations made on us and Britain. As we are fighting our way out of that illegal relationship, it's the same thing. You have to fight your way out of religion to evolve so as to be sovereign. That's what we are doing. And all those tools of the colonizers, the institutions of the colonizers, you have to work towards, transcending, elevating yourself above them. So, when we look at the difference between religion and spirituality, director, please, can you put up the thing again on the screen? Thank you. So, look at the differences between religion and spirituality. So when you know the difference, then you will find yourself, it's your decision to make. I'm not here to impose my own concept on anybody. I'm here to help those who are ready. If you have been finding some difficulties, you have been asking questions about religion and you don't know how to get yourself out, my teachings are meant to help you get out. Number one, a difference. It says what? In religion, God is separate. That is an external deity. By telling the truth, is that not what your religion be? That God is put in the sky or somewhere. But look at spirituality. God is within. That internal energy that runs your body 24/7. That is God. No, point number two. Religion demands obedience to rules. And what does spirituality does? Spirituality teaches how to become God. How to become God. I know some people think like when I'm talking, I'm saying God's having a human experience, they look at me like, oh, it's not possible. That is blasphemy. One lady came and made a comment on my post on Facebook. Said, oh, that's a blasphemy. You can never be God. So where is the God? And let me ask you, where is God? In my book, we define God there as consciousness, the divine being in you, that knowledge in you, that wisdom, the truth. It has four cardinal virtues, principles that you need to align to be the God that you are. But you see, people don't want to be responsible. They don't want to take responsibility. So always need to an external God who does nothing, who does not even exist. And today we have all sort of problems, and still we are going there. It is us who are trying to solve the problems. No God is coming from the sky. And you want me to continue to believe that concept? No. It's a point in time where you need to question some things when they don't add up, when they don't make sense. So, that's what we are doing here. The third point says religion focus on praying for intervention. You get that? You testify, Christians, the Muslims are like, they always pray for intervention, right? That outer God to come and intervene. But when you're in the reality of things, nobody comes to intervene if you don't act. You get that? If you don't act, you will not change that circumstance. You will not change that narrative if you don't act. And that's why 2016, 2017, our people rose and acted, and we are still acting to bring justice to Amazonia. You get that? Spirituality focus, aligning mind to command reality. So spirituality tells you to focus within, go inside, tension, find clarity, and so you can align how you can change your narrative, how you can change reality, how you can bend reality by you going out, and everything boils down to you, that you are the architect of the change that you much desire. If you don't get to work, nothing changes. And this I don't mean to downplay anybody in your effort. I'm just using this revolution to show us the truth. We have been in this revolution for 10 years. If our prayers were really effective, or they were going to solve our problems with the amount of praying that we have been praying, this problem, this thing would have ended long time ago. It would have ended long time ago. But you see, we keep belief. That's what belief does. Belief makes you to live in an illusion that, oh, things are going to happen. Oh, the imaginary God is going to solve the problem. But every day we toil, every day we contribute, we draft. Our ASA at the home front, they are there putting their lives on the line. Our people are being killed. That is the reality. Prayers has not stopped those things. You see? So let us have a rethink of what this God is all about. That's just all I'm here. The fourth point there says, you in religion, you are a subject or a creation. Huh? But in spirituality, you are the creator. You are the creator. What we are doing in Amazonia, we are creating our own narrative. We are creating our own identity. We are reframing our identity. We are creating our own destiny. How we want it, how our children need to live there in our land. That is what we are doing. We are the creator. People who come and disagree, oh no, you cannot create anything. Yeah, okay, go back and find out who created the world now. Go back and find out. If you can go back in time, go find out who created the world. If knowledge is hidden away from us, it doesn't mean it did not exist. And that's what the church and most of these religious bodies, they have done to hide away the truth. And people keep doing all these things, practices, external, practice, and thinking that there is a God that is coming to solve any problem. It's not. You can see the aggression that they are using to impose this narrative of control on people. You can see the aggression out there. I don't need to explain that to you. You can see it. How they are twisting the truth, distorting facts, everything, just to make sure that their narrative stands. And now it's a fight between good and evil. So you want to play in the softball of, oh, I'm a religious person, oh, I'm a this and that, and all of that, all those things. The Pope is going there to Africa and other countries, going to Amazonia. Where are the religious leaders? Can you, for once in your lifetime, in these 10 years of this conflict, can you, for once in your life, speak the truth of what is happening, the reality on the ground? Can you, religious leaders in Amazonia, do that? Or it's just on Sunday that you go and collect tithe and offering and you pray Holy Mary and all of that stuff? Is that all you are meant to do? And when your people are suffering, you detach yourself from their suffering. And on Sunday, you shamelessly go to church and stand there on your pulpit and you're collecting their blood money. Their blood money. You people of Amazonia, it's a time to learn the hard way. It's time to learn the hard way. Christians and Muslims alike, it's time to learn the hard way and seek your own truth. Seek your own truth. I wonder those people who used to live in this Amazon basin, or what they call them, the pygmies that live in the forest and all of that. They are going on well with their communities. Huh? They don't have nobody there. I don't know now if they have gone there to corrupt them too. But these people were living their lives. And they know how to organize themselves. And there was nobody coming there to preach whether God is what, or they need a savior or all of that. They knew that is the natural instinct that I'm talking about. That divine consciousness that runs your body. That your cells know when to produce and when not to produce. Your cells know when to divide and when not to divide. They know all of these things. That innate ability, it is there. So can we align with it and just be the gods that we are? Just be the gods that we are. What I'm teaching today, my book, for those who have my book, from page 6, I think page 6 and 7. It says the difference between religion and spirituality. Here are some major differences between religion and spirituality. Spirituality teaches that you are an extension of God as God. Religion tells you God is outside you. Religion tells you what to believe, but spirituality teaches you how to become God. Religion was strategically used to weaponize your beliefs, fragmenting your mindset and filling it with ideas that keep you looking for a savior rather than becoming the creator, as we just read on those highlighted points. Spirituality teaches a framework that unifies manifestation, healing, and divine alignment into a single source of self mastery. It is about mastering. When your Bible, those of you in Christianity, when they were calling Jesus a master, it was about mastering your mind, your thoughts. How, as an individual, an entity that has this or is guided by these moral principles of truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice, how can you guide your thoughts to produce good things? That is just all that there is about spirituality, my brothers and sisters, fellow citizens of the world. It is not something that you need to go do rituals and all of this. Oh, you are trying to reach God. Oh, you are trying to pray so God can hear you and come. Just align. Alignment. You have everything that you need within you. The thing is, it wants you to align. It's running your body 24/7 without your permission. But all it wants you to align. Once you align, then it brings you the wealth that it has through your mind. You start thinking the right thought. You start thinking creative thought, innovative thought that will help yourself and others. That is what spirituality is all about. It's not about this politics. Oh, I am a Democrat. I am a Republican. Oh, I am this. Oh, I am that. I am black. I am white. All of that. No. Spirituality is one-way flow. Huh? It flows. Now, the obstacle blocking your spirituality is yourself. And this religion thing. Let me continue to read. Religion demands obedience to external rules. Spirituality guides you to master your own mind. Religion tells you to focus on praying for divine intervention. Spirituality teaches you to align your mind with divine principles and become the divine force that commands reality. That's what we are doing in Amazonia. Huh? That's what we are doing in Amazonia. We are commanding our reality because we don't like what was imposed on us. So we're going to change that. And that's why we have been in the revolution for 10 years. Because the power is in our hands. Right? Religion positions a deity outside of you. Spirituality teaches that God lives in you and breathes through you as you. It is about recognizing the divine spark within you. Religion has positioned a divine intermediary between humanity and God, telling you to worship images or personalities as saviors. Spirituality teaches that you are the creator, a divine spark descending into the human body to master the physical realm. Have we mastered the physical realm? All of these wars, all of this destruction that they're throwing at the human race, they're throwing at Amazonia. It took us how many years for us to master what La République and France and Britain and United Nations, all of them combined, what they did to us until 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 10 years now in that since we woke up. Do you see? Religion tells you to pray for salvation. Spirituality teaches you to awaken the God within, the state of divine self where the mind remembers its creative power. So it's just that we forgot, and that's what religion is doing, to put you asleep. So you forget who you are. You forget the powers that lies within. You forget all the creative. The mind need to be at peace. All this external distraction, you need to take them away, take them out, and let people have their freedom. And you will see the creativity, the innovations that will come out of humanity, of Amazonians. They are there. I talk with some of them. Our people are filled with gifts. Gifts that when Amazonia is completely free, we will be amazed. The world will be shocked on what is coming. All of these wars and all this nonsense, genocide, all of that is just a distraction, and it gives them that leverage to be doing the evil that they're doing. They want everybody to become evil. Huh? How about that? Everybody to become evil. Nobody know their right or their left, and things are just going left and right, and anybody doing their own things anyhow. They are imposing their own. That's how they want everybody to become, in that level of thinking, in that level of consciousness. But we say no, we're not going to go down that path, because we are a dignified people. We are a people with integrity. We are a people who know their right. And we are not going to go down that path with you in those your profanity and dirty things that you keep doing, your murderous instinct, all of that. We are not going down that path. And that's why we're fighting. And then he says, therefore, religion is to humans as righteousness is to God. Do you get that? Religion is to humans as righteousness is to God. So when we talk of religion is to humans and righteousness is to God, it just simply means in your human aspect of thinking, you always be in religion. But for you to be a God that I am talking about, that you are God, then you need to shift. You need to shift your consciousness to the divine consciousness, becoming God, to do the right thing. Righteousness is of God. Truth, conscience, they are of humans. Righteousness and justice, they are of God. And so when you look at the number 8 or the infinity symbol, which I have shown to us many times, but imagine number 8 is because infinity is 8 lying on the side. So you see those two loops. One loop that represents the human consciousness. and the upper lobe represents divine consciousness. So, when you are in the human consciousness, operating in the human consciousness, you have things like religion, politics. Those are all belief systems. They come to control you. People cannot differentiate right from wrong. Huh? They see black, they call it white. They see something that has all the facts. No, they twist it. Is that not what we are saying? Am I speaking or making things up? No, that's what is happening. Because the human consciousness is the one dominating the world right now. Spirituality is where people start to do the right thing, where there is justice. So if any of those your clergymen, they're coming to talk about peace, where there is no justice, tell them they are still living in the human consciousness, where truth is being distorted. Because you need to rise, you need to transcend your human consciousness to enter into your divine consciousness. When the people don't want to deal with the facts and the evidences in the lower consciousness, which is truth, if you don't want to deal with that and you come and preach peace, then you are a very dispersing, you are a dishonest man of God, you are a dishonest religious leader, you are a dishonest pope, if you don't want to go and deal with the truth. Because before we got to justice, it started from truth, where the facts are there. So, it says, the only thing standing between you and your divinity is your perception of self. You see? Your perception of self. How perception is being distorted today. We see. Huh? You want to talk about religious leaders, you want to talk about politicians, you want to talk about business people, you want to talk about humanity as a whole. People's perception are twisted. They are so detached from the God within. And so they cannot solve no problem. They just come and pretend. They have become hypocrites. Jumping here preaching peace without justice, without truth. No, it does not work like that. It doesn't work like that. So the only thing standing between you and your divinity is your perception of self. And that's where religion brought in those images. In different religion, you have different images that have been presented to people. You go to Hinduism, you see families, they have their own image of their own version of a God that was presented to them in their religion. Oh, this one he has raised a shrine of Shiva, Lord Shiva. This one has raised a shrine of goddess Parvati. This one has raised a shrine of Lord what is that other elephant god? Ganesha, what? I think Ganesha, right? All of those. You go to Christianity, the same. Oh, Jesus is on the wall. Mary is here. This one is here. All of those images. Where are you in this picture? Where are you? You see what religion did? They took you far away. And that's why they put that God out there. So you spend your entire life praying to a God that does not act, is not even listening. Because you have been talking to yourself. If God is within, as we are saying that God is within you, huh? When you are praying and some people screaming and crying and all of those drama, that we make. I have been there, done that. So when I'm talking from experience. And nobody is listening to you. Nobody. You're talking to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are still the one to brainstorm how you can solve your problem, get out of the mess. You see? So religion is to humans as righteousness is to God. So if you want to, you know, shift, your perspective, your spirituality, or to enter into spirituality, you got to get out of religious dependence. You got to get out of religious dependence and enter into internal sovereignty. The sovereignty that has been there from the time you were formed in your mother's womb. That consciousness had been there, existing. Huh? The consciousness had been there. It has been existing. Every cell in your body has this consciousness. They have this awareness of what to do. If that awareness is not there, then you are gone. That's when people die. Because the awareness stops, and it just, the essence goes to the universe. We are energy filled. Huh? We are energy filled. Just like electricity. You can use it to do good things, and you can use it to do bad things. That is the God we are talking about. The infinite God. It means it is in the human body, and it has divine principles that you need to align. And those principles are truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. Can you be truthful when the world is demanding truth? When Ambazonia is demanding truth and the Pope is visiting, can you be truthful, men and women of God who will have the civil society members who will have the opportunity to meet the Pope? Can you speak the truth? Because even if somebody has an intention to come and play hypocrisy, when he sees serious people who know the truth, he will listen. Let me tell you this, he will listen. But if you who are coming there, you, the civil society members, the clergymen, all of you who are going there to meet the Pope, if you have that hypocrisy in you, then the hypocrisy too will be expressed by the Pope. They say as within as without. So there is nothing we cannot change. People can be evil in this world if you stand your truth. If you stand your truth, when they say stand your ground, you stand your truth. That this is who we are. This is what we want. And this is how we're going to live. And you work for it. You hold on to that. Nobody, even the most corrupt person, all they will be doing is to try to make you stop. They try to push you down. They try to make you, forget about yourself. But you are reiterating. Do you know your self-perception? Do you have any self-pride? Any self-esteem? Do you have any dignity, integrity? that you want to project out to the world, that you are people who you cannot tolerate corruption, you cannot tolerate profanity, you cannot tolerate all of those things that you learn from your religion. Or were you just learning the religion to just use it as a covering, while inside you is a carcass? So this is how you shift from religion to spiritual sovereignty. If you know who you are, then you will rise, because God is above the illusion. God is above your illusion. God is above your delusions. If you want to enter spirituality, then your illusions and delusions need to go. They need to go. Yeah? They need to go. When you find clarity of who you are, and you put this image, I am God here on earth. I am God that was sent in Amazonia. And that's why I am fighting. That's why we are fighting. Because it is only us that can fight to defend the integrity of Amazonia, to defend the image of Amazonia, to defend the name of Amazonia. No God is coming from the sky. You can pray and fast till thy kingdom come. No God is coming from the sky. I hate to say this, but when I hear all of this suffering and death, people calling you, they can't have even a meal a day in their own country. It's not like us who are in the diaspora. You know, it's not something that you got to look at everything that has brought your people to this level in life, where they will become beggars in their own country. How do we tolerate that? Excuse me. How do we tolerate that? So it is time to clear your vision. We see those with distorted vision, the priests, the men of God, the politicians, the chiefs and the funds in Amazonia, the civil society, all of them, they've got a blurry vision. They cannot speak the truth. They cannot speak the truth because they are profiting from the war, from the bloody money that they are making from the war. They are benefiting from that, and so they cannot speak the truth. But you know what? Truth is not something that you can contain. As long as there are people, the one who holds that baton that is blazing with the flame of truth and justice, he has not backed down. President Dr. Samuel Ikomesako has not backed down. He says until freedom comes. So you cannot succeed. If you want to speak the truth, you help yourself to be a dignified a clergyman or a fund or a chief or a civil society leader. You give yourself some dignity to speak the truth, because you're not going to stop us. You cannot stop us. Amazonia must be free, whether you like it or not. If the Pope comes there, if you want to go twist whatever thing, go ahead. You are wasting your time. Amazonia is set to be free. So take it, and if you want to align, you join in. The draft is on. Savannah Zone is still drafting. Please pay your draft. You are in the diaspora. You are working. $1,000 is nothing. pay your draft. We have not gotten our country yet. Pay your draft. The next is April. We are going to Midland zone. So pay your draft. After Midland is Atlantic zone. Pay your draft and help the president and his team, diplomatic team, to speed up diplomacy. So do that and let us go back to our home. You see what is happening in the in the diaspora? Home is home. Oh, let us go. Okay, let us go home. Go get a copy of the book, my book, Connect with God, Awakening the Divine Consciousness Within by Judith Elondo. Go to Amazon.com. You find your copy. There are 3 formats, the Kindle, the paperback, and the hardcover. So those in at the home front, Africa, you are going to get your copy. It's on the way. You will get your copy because this lady here is determined to free our people mentally from all these tools of slavery. Okay? Thank you for watching and let me know what you think in the comments. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.